Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Good evening and a good night.
And good weekend.
Good weekend.
Yeah, because by the time this comes out, later today or tomorrow, we'll just be a day or two away from A3C in Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's about to be lit.
Really?
I don't know. I mean,
it looks crazy. The lineup for A3C looks crazy, but then clash with the ratchetness of BET weekend.
Well, I came up with yesterday me and Marissa Mendez came up with a new word that's perfect. Because I don't know if you saw I'm sure you did on Instagram that Drewski was at New Jersey music meeting.
Nope.
You didn't see this? Mm-mm. So Drewski and Marissa came together to come up with some sort of thing called like New Jersey music meeting, where New Jersey artists could come ask questions to TT Torres, the music director at Hot 97.
Where is this? In New Jersey?
Oh, yes. Up a venue I'm forgetting the name. Dolce, I believe.
Drewski has keys to Dolce.
So I looked at the pictures on Instagram, and it was packed in there.
I'm sure it was.
So I write Marissa last night. I'm like, yo, how repug is this event you're at right now? She's like, it's packed in here. I was like, oh, wow, so it's lit and repug? She's like, yeah, it's lepug. I was like, and then I said, oh, my God, this whole weekend in Atlanta is going to be lepug.
Lepug.
It's going to be lit everywhere, but it's also going to be repug everywhere.
Oh, that's dope.
And I heard that the A3C people, I don't even know how aware they were that the Hip Hop Awards was the same time. They were just probably like, damn, why are all these people in town?
No, they had to know.
I don't know if they did.
No way. There's no way that's a coincidence.
You would think
they
not.
Plan it around it so that they get more stuff.
Well, do you know that's also Young Jeezy's birthday?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm working on him for next week.
I heard I went to see Ross last night, and Ike was there, who works for Def Jam, and said he's trying to get Jeezy. He said, yo, is there any way you could do it at the radio station? I was like, why don't you ask the radio station if I can do it there?
That brings me to the first subject of conversation.
All right. Oh, you got Converse?
I got conversation. What do you think about us doing? I know he's been on before.
Who's this?
What do you think about us doing an episode of the podcast with Ebro?
Okay.
As a guest.
That sounds good.
Sacramento, his whole story.
Yeah.
Because he's just going to end up doing another podcast, and I'm like, well, that's annoying. Why didn't we ever have him do our podcast?
You mean and then we can schedule to do another one? No. Say it might happen.
It's going
we missed Angie.
Yes.
Angie was so close to us, we never got her, then she left.
Yeah.
Right. So Ebro might die soon.
I'd hope not, but you never know. Life is long, and also life is short.
Right. Life is short and long.
Life is short and long. It's lepug. It's great and terrible. No, and then I thought also we could have the conversation on the podcast, just all out in the open, because we said to Ebro, can Ciph come promote his stuff up here?
Yeah.
He was like, I don't see why not. That would be hot. He was like, I think it would look cool. I was like, so do I.
All right, I'm going to say this.
Say it.
I'm going to say this.
Say it.
If they're organizing goons and goblins from Jersey to meet with TT Torres in New Jersey, I think I can have a meeting with Dion and P.O. and work this out.
I'm 100% confident. Have you met P.O. yet?
I've never met him.
Literally the nicest man in America.
Let's do that next week.
What?
When we get back.
Set up a meeting?
Yeah.
Done. I would love that.
Set up a meeting. I harbor no ill will.
There's no reason. It would make things easier for days.
I went to Power 105 one time. And that was a day.
And it was during Angie's show.
And it was a little, just let me try to show that I'm still alive.
Of course. It was the expected move. Angie reaches out. You're not going to pop up.
How did it pop up?
You didn't write hashtag Team 105. I know what time it is.
Nope.
So I don't see why not. And think about how much easier it would be. It would make life easier if you can show up at Hot whenever. You know what I'm saying? When it's you could be like David Brent after he gets fired from the office and then start showing up all the time. Show up at the morning show, Ebro gets to work and you're sitting in his seat. You're like, what? This is my seat.
Yeah, we got to work something out.
So, and I think we should have you. And I think it would be a waste for Ebro to go somewhere else because no one else could have a better fucking interview with Ebro than me and you. Yeah. And now that he's the fucking honcho of Beats One, he's got a good reason to talk.
How much is
By the way, the dick sucking that goes on when people come in to see Ebro now. Whew.
Why?
Yo, my G, I see what you doing out there.
Because of Beats?
Yes.
Where does he record that?
They have a studio. A studio they transformed a studio that you definitely know around here into the Beats studio.
Right. And he gets his balls licked from all guests all around.
When they come to Hot, everyone's like, yo, I see you.
Right.
I mean... I started busting his balls the other day because obviously I'm very happy for him. It's a great getting associated with that brand is obviously tremendous. And I'm sure it doesn't pay terribly either. Yeah. So I think it's a great situation for him.
Pay. I remember that.
You remember salary?
I remember, getting paid for stuff.
When the check would come? So I'm sure his situation. I'm making this up. This is not so anyone who could ever hear this and get mad. I'm making this up. I don't know.
Right.
But my guess is the morning show at Hot Now is Ebro's other job. I think that's his other. I think so.
Really?
Bro, when you see the money that they throw at things like their music festival, like when Apple wants to get shit done.
Yeah.
It's funny too because when they do events, they don't pay anyone anything. Right? Like Apple, like if they just do like we want you to come interview someone at the Apple store. They don't pay.
Right.
It's like, no, just do it because Apple's great and you want to be next to Apple.
Right.
But when they do some shit, I think they throw.
Yeah.
And they spent enough money on Zane Lowe to get him to uproot his family from London to Los Angeles.
Right. That's crazy. Hey, question. Who's Zane Lowe?
They know. These random fucking Brits in here.
Yeah.
Zane Lowe became, over the last few years, like the biggest, most credible DJ on Radio 1 in the UK.
Like DJ mixing or
both? On the air, he was known just as mostly an interviewer, but he comes from like the music side.
Yeah.
He's a DJ. He was an A&R. Similar sort of credo to you. Like
Zane Lowe.
Zane Lowe.
You met him?
No. I've chatted with him online, like DM or email and stuff, but he got really popping. You were still at the station. He got really popping with that Kanye interview.
Is he white?
Yeah.
With the interview in the studio?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I know him. Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a good interview.
Does good interviews.
Yeah. Oh, Zane Lowe.
Exactly. So
shout out you, Zane Lowe.
So if they were willing to completely uproot his life and kill, he was the number one guy on Radio 1 and BBC.
Right.
They had to give him something.
You don't know that. Maybe he had a sex scandal. Maybe he had to go.
That's a very good point, Cipha.
Maybe he put his winky dink in something not good. You know? A lot of winky dinks flying around.
Yeah, do you see our boy Victor Cruz the last couple of days?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing. What's happening with Cruz?
They got him out here. They're saying there's a text message from his lady to these other ladies being like, yo, bitches, y'all fucking my man, one of those kind of things. And then this morning, and I went on the radio and I go, listen, that's probably not true. It's probably fake. People are trying to set up our guy. And now I see there's dick pics.
Dick pics.
The old dick pic Cipha. Guess how I'm never going out?
Dick pic.
Dick pics.
I've never had one.
Never taken one. Never sent a dick pic.
Never taken one.
Never. Who would want to take a picture of that thing? Look at it. Look at it. It's disgusting.
How's his dick pic looking?
Yeah, it's pretty good. No, I mean
on the positive side of things.
On the positive side, is it a nice dick pic? Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really look. But once I heard it, I was...
Damn.
Hopefully it'll work out. And maybe it's still all bullshit.
Hey, Mercury's in retrograde with a blood moon. Niggas is fucking up out here. You know what I do? I do comedy and I go home.
You got to be safe with this retrograde. You'll like this. So I was just in McDonald's doing a bizarro appearance for the radio station.
You did an all-day breakfast thing. And you didn't bring some all-day breakfast. Why would you do that?
Because
they have bags there. They have little bags
to go. I'm not going to lie to you.
Little cellophane wrappers. You put the food in there, and then you put it in a paper bag.
Definitely sat in my mind for about 40 seconds. Like, man, why should I get Cipha? Maybe I should get Cipha some. Bring him. He loves McDonald's. Bring Cipha some McDonald's. And then it faded. But I created a burger. I created my own burger.
Yeah.
And they brought us the ingredients. So they brought me like 4 trays of just food.
Right.
And I was just picking up and putting things together.
Right.
And I took a muffin.
Like a McMuffin. Okay.
The actual muffin.
Oh, and an English muffin.
I took an English muffin.
Okay.
Right. Then I put an egg on it.
Okay.
Because I want to celebrate.
Scrambled one or the little fried looking joint?
No, the scrambled circular one.
Okay.
But keep in mind, I want to celebrate all day breakfast, so I got to keep it breakfast. Took a 1/4 pound patty.
Okay.
Drop that on top.
Ooh.
White cheddar cheese on top.
Okay.
Some habanero sauce.
Right.
A little barbecue sauce. And a drizzle, just because it's my favorite, of sweet and sour sauce.
Sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's?
Yeah, my favorite.
No Big Mac sauce?
No Big Mac sauce.
Did they have that available? Did they have it as an option?
I think they did have it as an option.
Okay.
Then I put 2 pickles on top. Tomato on top.
Pickles with the breakfast? I don't know.
People do that all the time. They have the fried chicken breakfast with pickles all the time. That's common.
Pickles with the breakfast.
So I put the 2 pickles, tomato, and then the top half. It looked beautiful. Diani made one. It looked just disgusting. Tasted still delicious. They have this new kind of fried chicken over there. I forget what it's called. They have a new fried chicken breast knife.
It's different.
Oh, it's different, all right.
Okay.
You might do something crazy.
I can't do it.
Well, I know you can't. I got two things to tell you, though, about this trip, to McDonald's. Number one, a cousin of mine showed up.
A cousin?
Yeah.
Okay.
But as you know, I'm very...
random.
Exactly, because you know I'm close with my close cousins.
Right.
So this isn't one of those cousins. You know, my grandfather on my dad's side there are 11 of them.
Whoa.
So there's many. My dad's age range, many of them, like 40 of them.
Cousins.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's one of their kids who I don't know very well.
Yeah.
And he showed up and...
Does he ever hit you?
He has.
With you?
He has. He's hit me up on Facebook. And I get back to him sometimes, and then sometimes I've missed him. And then he also, his dad, someone hit me up on Twitter recently and goes, yo, this guy just picked me up in an Uber. He says he's your cousin. Is it true? And Twit picked me a picture of his dad.
Oh.
So I was like, Dad, did you know that your cousin is driving an Uber? He was like, no, I didn't know that. So that guy's son showed up, nice kid, a little different, but nice kid. And he's like, hey, you know, he's like, my dad's killing it with the Uber. If you ever need a ride, you know, a private ride. Mm-hmm. I was like, kind of goes against the upside of getting a car service, right?
If your dad's cousin comes and picks you up?
Well, think about it. Like, the upside of the car service is like, you just get picked up, you just sit in the back seat.
Right.
Handled.
Yeah, and some over talkative Uber guys, you got to chill, yo.
Yeah, we could we might do 20 minutes on Uber. So the idea of having to catch up with a family member you're not that close to kind of goes against the entire principle.
Right. If you want a laid back, quiet car service ride.
But the part of the day you'll like is the guy who came up. Two guys came up to me. Both made awkward Jew comments.
Okay.
But the second one I really liked because the guy was like, yo, what's up, Rosenberg, man? Can I get a flick from the Graham?
Yeah. I'm
like, yeah, of course.
Graham.
My man, my brother's friend and my buddy, Mike Schreiber, showed up because he saw I was there. And he was like, oh, where are you at? And I said, so he showed up at the same time. So I'm like, hey, Mike, what's up? So my actual friend is there. Mm-hmm. So we're chatting. This guy starts chatting me up like that. That was for you guys. And and he starts saying, let's take a 5G, blah, blah. And then just out of the blue, Ciph just said, fucking Jew.
Wait, you took the picture?
Yeah.
Was he saying it like...
he said it right before the picture.
Like admiration?
Yeah. But those are the exact words. That's a quote and that's the tone. Just silence. Fucking Jew.
Fucking Jew.
I was like... I don't think people who aren't Jewish could appreciate how close, when you put it together, fucking Jew. We're running right up on the N-word now. We're coming right up. Now, there's no other comparison to the N-word.
Right.
But when you put the right things together, now you're building towards something. And fucking Jew is my natural...
Yeah, but it would only be the N-word if you people use that word for each other. Oh, you do. You do use Jew for each other.
Yeah, I know, of course, exactly. Same thing. Only I was trying to explain it to Scotty Beam afterwards. I'm like, you don't understand. I'm like, fucking Jew is so aggressive that if I said it to someone I wasn't close with, it's just like the N-word. Someone would be like, what? Excuse? Like if I said to my brother, if my brother and I were out and we dealt with some annoying Jew, and I looked at my brother, I'm like, fucking Jew.
Yeah,
my brother would be like, whatever. You know, but if I said it to a stranger, it would be the same as saying a black person dropping the N-word in front of a black person they're not close with.
Yeah.
But
No.
Still
not the same.
Not as bad?
Maybe worse.
Because it's at least a thing that happens.
Yeah. Saying the N-word to another
It depends who the person is. What if it was a random 55-year-old proper black person who's like an adult, like not remotely involved with hip-hop, like a very proper
I understand
nerd.
what you're saying, but it's still not the same.
I just want to know.
They still get it. They don't like it, but they get it. You don't get it. Why would you say fucking Jew?
That's so weird.
You know what I'm saying? Older black person will be like, hey, don't do that.
But they've heard someone do it before, and they didn't like it.
Yeah.
Right, but
it's part of the, what's the word?
Colloquialisms?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they say it.
So my question is just simply, what goes through someone's mind
I don't know. What did he look like?
Homeless adjacent. He looked homeless adjacent. That's exactly. I don't think he was homeless, but by the way, there were some people in that McDonald's just sleeping like they went there to go to bed. Like they brushed their teeth in the bathroom and they just like, bedtime. Like one guy, and didn't even,
I know,
just out like a light.
There's a couple McDonald's 24-hour joints around the city that there's some homeless people that just babysit a cup of coffee from midnight to 9 a.m., yo.
They're like, sorry, I take my time when I drink. I'll be out of here soon as I finish.
Oh,
but I don't understand when people, like, I really appreciate anyone liking me, and I get the Jew. I was telling my brother, I said, when we eventually get the TV show together in my life that I would dream of, I'm going to write lines that happen and people are going to go, no way that anyone would ever say that.
Right.
And I'm going to go, not only did they say it, they said it all the time. Every time I go out, I get like yo, you're the only, let me be clear. You're the only Jew I like.
More than white boy?
I don't get white boy anymore. People see that as disrespect, I think. They don't see the fucking Jew as disrespect. They're not like, what's up, white boy? Because that's putting me lower than them. And they still see me as a celebrity of that they want to say hello to.
So are they shocked that there's a Jewish celebrity?
I think they're shocked that there's a Jew they like, because in their experience in New York, the only Jews they're picturing are like Hasids in their neighborhood.
No, not just them.
So what else?
There's also regular, I don't know, not regular Jews. I don't know the right term. Not Orthodox.
Yeah.
But
more
business
secular
owners.
Jews. Yeah. Oh, who they
the
still
yarmulkes.
Got it.
Jews with yarmulkes, not full beards and garb, but just yarmulkes that own furniture stores and businesses.
Do you guess they like those people?
No.
So either way,
right.
There's the kind that look like the religious ones who look weird to them,
right?
Understandably,
they just don't even deal with them.
They're right. It's just like a different. And by the way, for all of our audience who's out there who's never spent time in New York or in neighborhoods where this exists, you have to understand, religious Jews, it's straight up exactly like if there was an Amish community in your neighborhood.
Right.
There's no difference. But
it's in the middle of the hood.
The hood, and then right there, 40 what looks to be Amish people will walk past, and it's so imagine
families and shit.
And then when they hear about them, they go, "Oh, well, when you're a kid, you're like, what is that? I don't even. What is that? That's fucking Jews.
Yeah, fucking Jews." Yeah.
So but then I came on the radio, and the whole way we marketed was Jew, Jew, and so. I guess I can't be that surprised that people occasionally come up.
Somebody said something to me about you yesterday, white boy. Somebody said white boy.
You never get where's the Jew, right?
All the time.
Wait, is that like, what do you get more? Where's Rosenberg or where's the Jew?
It's half and half.
Interchangeable.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Where's the Jew? Where that Jew at? Yeah.
See, isn't that weird?
Very weird. And I'm like,
never get.
I'm like,
where's the Puerto Rican?
You can't say it. Nah, you wouldn't get that. I'm like, you can't. That's not right.
Well, so if someone said to you, where's that fucking Jew? What would you say? Depends on your mood. You might just be like, he's not here. I won't be offended. I won't be offended.
No, I would always
because I didn't say anything.
No, I mean, depending on my mood, I'll always say something, but it depends on how much I'll go into it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, bro, you can't
be like, that's not right.
But you say that kind of quietly and quickly, and then just be like, he's not here.
If I'm walking, you know what I'm saying? Like, where the Jew at? Like, yo, you can't say that. You know what I'm saying? People say shit like that across the street. Where that Jew? It's crazy. And the funny thing is, I know who they're talking about. I know a lot of Jews. A lot.
But you know who they mean.
More than I can count, because I'm not,
You're not one of those.
I know a lot of Jews. And literally, people yell out, where that Jew?
You literally know like an endless amount of Jews. You couldn't run out of Jews. At this point, too, even more. You add more every year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
The word, not that I don't mind it. I try to deal with it, but what bothers me is when they call me Rosenberg.
Well, by the way,
I just want to be like, how? How can I be Rosenberg?
What's worse? You getting Rosenberg, or now, and this has happened multiple times, me getting Ebro? I get Ebro too. Yo, what's up, Ebro? I understand Ebro. I understand every other DJ I'm called. But how can I get Rosenberg? But how can I get Ebro? He's huge with a beard. Just a morning show, but you're seeing me, so you physically recognize me. So if you physically recognize me, how can you recognize me as Ebro?
Nah, they just...
That's what they think of because the show's called Ebro.
Yeah.
And I'm part of it.
Yeah, they're not even thinking... No, I don't think that's worse.
Yo, Ebro.
Me getting Rosenberg is worse.
And that is pretty crazy.
I don't look Jewish.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I think in both cases, maybe my name maybe stood out as weirder sounding on the show.
And cipher sounds is not even a comprehensible word to some people.
It's not even a thing. Yeah. What is a cipher? They don't even. It's cipher sound. There's some people who probably don't, if they were asked to say what it was, would not know how to say it.
Yeah, there's people like that.
Saba sound.
Cyprus is the one.
I love Cyprus. No, Cyprus is my dude.
Cyprus.
That's my dude. So when are you getting to Atlanta?
I got some things to talk about, so don't let me forget. Friday.
And
okay, fuck you and your brother.
Okay.
And no disrespect to his wife, but she's in your mix too, so I'm gonna give her a fuck you.
All right, she called.
Yo, my partner Jamal thought your brother's wife was your wife.
Oh yeah, totally understandable.
And always dealing with your business. He's like, nah, but Rosenberg's wife told me this, and Rosenberg's wife told me that.
Yo, my man, why are you talking to Rosenberg's wife?
Why are you talking to Alexa? And he's like, nah, she be emailing me. I'm like, why is she emailing you? And and then I figured it out. I said, oh, that's not his wife, yo. That's his sister-in-law. And his face turned white.
Why? Because it's not like he said anything.
I don't think he said anything, but I think
in his mind, it made
the way he was talking to her, which he still should talk to her with respect, but I think not like a business manager, more like a wife.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, that's just, oh, shit.
Oh, that makes sense. All right, so why fuck us, though?
Oh, yeah, because you stress me to get down to Atlanta early on Friday.
For a thing that's not happening.
And then they're like, oh, we don't have a guest.
Well, we had the same thing happen to us.
Like, what the fuck? I had to change a lot of shit.
Well, I promise, it's the same thing happened to us. So we sat there the whole time fighting with them about that. And then at the end, we could do one now, but is for two things. One, the things they offered us to do that day are either people we've already had or young people. I don't no disrespect, I don't want to sit on a stage and interview Dej Loaf. I love Dej Loaf. But for Juan Ep, what are we going to talk about?
Okay, that's something else I want to talk to you about.
Okay. And then I don't think anyone realized, that's what I'm saying, that it's BET Hip Hop Awards that night.
That night?
That night.
Oh, they're taping that night.
That night.
They air it Sunday? Is it air Sunday or air
No, I don't think it airs for weeks.
Really?
I don't think so.
Ugh. Oh, the awards are that night.
I was thinking about going to a drama show that night.
Fuck.
You want to go to a drama show?
Yeah. Well, I'll be there. I'll go anywhere. I'm there for work.
All right, so what else do you have?
Okay, so One Up wise, I think we're gonna have to start stepping into this young world a little bit more.
So?
Yeah, I think maybe we change it. Maybe we do One Up new or One Up freshman or something. Not freshman because that's XXL, but you know what I'm saying. And then maybe we don't make it long, in-depth interviews. But
maybe we just make it one of our kind of things like this where we're hanging out and they just get to sit here with us.
And then a Dej Loaf and maybe two others, and maybe we do a Detroit thing or a female thing or some kind of topic. Maybe we do One Up Tops.
No.
One Up Tops.
Let's not call it
that.
Get
Tops with One Up.
No, get top with One Up. I hear. I kind of. You just think
because there's a lot of people that I want to talk to. I become friends with Joey Badass,
right?
But he's not One Up material yet, but he probably will be. But let's talk to him early.
And also, by the way, we're also hypocrites who've also had young people on many times.
Oh no, I'm not saying we haven't.
Right. So we might as well we don't book them though.
And you focus on we focus on getting that history, which I don't want to stop.
Well, and by the way, the reason I do, the reason I've been focused on that even more is now that there's this influx of 1,000 other podcasts.
Yes.
And they'll take anyone.
Right.
I'm like, well, maybe we should even stick to our thing even more.
And we should not stop. But there's also other things we could do.
Yeah, and by the way,
light One Ups, half hour.
By the way, people show us so little love in the blogosphere now for our classic episodes.
Yeah.
Like the older vets.
Right.
Like the other day, the OC one, which was one of my favorites in a long time. Miss Info put it up. Yeah. We should talk about Miss Info this episode as well.
Yes. Oh, we got a lot to talk about.
Miss Info put it up. And Ego Trip Land put it up.
Mm-hmm.
But no one else put it up. All these.
They didn't put it up at all?
No. Nah, Right still doesn't put it up.
We're frozen?
We could be frigid out here. I don't know. There's a lot of, the one thing I'm not doing in 2015 is like starting stuff with other podcasts. I'm trying to be positive. It doesn't matter. But, it is complicated. You're competing with a lot of different people, some of which want to promote their own stuff too.
Right.
So it does make it complicated.
Yeah, but those things aren't going to last. It's a hard job doing interviews every single week.
Consistently forever? Yeah, I know.
Super hard.
And by the way, I do have some interesting business conversations that I'm having about Juan Ep that could still be good. We'll see. Take it to a different place.
Son, for real. Do I have to jump in here? Something got to happen, man.
Please, I wish you would. Please jump in.
No,
yes, yeah. Let me answer yes. Yes,
you're
jump
annoying,
in.
Though, so.
You have to jump in. Don't just jump in and take over because I don't know what I'm doing.
All right. We got some shit. Some shit's happening.
So, but this will be fun. The Rakim and De La. I like when people say like, "Yo, do a good job with Rakim and De La. Don't fucking drop the ball." Well, what are we gonna do? Well, I mean, except for not record De La Soul. But besides that,
are we recording these?
Yes.
And having as regular one.
They're recording them, and my brother, I think, is hiring a separate engineer to come.
Thank you. I just realized it's both Long Island.
Yeah.
Both Long Island. We could talk about some good.
So are you.
Some Sunrise Highway shit. You know what I'm saying? Broadway Mall, maybe Roosevelt Field.
The upside to having De La on for the second time is I'm now so old and we've done so many that I don't remember anything from the first one anyway.
Yeah, I remember one thing: the explanation of Pasta Noose, the name. Remember, he never told anybody.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's the main thing I remember. So we'll ask him again. We'll see if he tells us this time. And if he doesn't tell us, I already know the answer.
Yo, did you see they posted? Oh man, one day Pasta News on Instagram posted a picture of a promotional De La Soul Africa medallion.
Oh, that's hot.
I know I want it so bad because I really want an Africa medallion.
Yeah, of course. Wait, what did I have to tell you? Oh, I got family and I got comedy. Where you want to go?
Family first.
Family first. Okay. This weekend I had what we called a blessing for my daughter.
Yes.
Right? It was tying into what you were saying. What were you saying about family?
My wife, my sister-in-law.
Anyway, it sucks. Now this story sucks. But
that's too bad.
Cardinal Official was the officiant.
Yes, he was the officialian
of the blessing, and it was fucking phenomenal. And there was
this is like the most religious thing you've ever done.
It's not religious at all. It wasn't religious.
I mean, blessings. If it's blessings,
there was two nuns there. There was two Filipino nuns in the house.
But they were just family?
Friends of the family, yeah. But I think they came to just, what y'all got going on over here?
Did they talk in, what's the Filipino language again?
Tagalog.
Did they talk in Tagalog?
They did, but they spoke English also.
But they might have said some religious shit you don't even know about.
Well, like on the low, and he might have went over to and blessed her real quick.
That's what I'm saying. You're like,
some water real quick.
No religious.
Why is my daughter's forehead wet? Shh, no, don't worry about that.
So they didn't do anything like that?
No, they were just, yes.
No, but in the ceremony, you didn't like dip her in anything?
No, no dipping. No dipperstein.
No dipperstein.
No dipping. Just thank you for joining us. It's all of our duties to help raise our daughter and your children as well. It takes a village, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
How does your family get along with her family, like extended?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, the most family my side in forever, because my mom is trying to rekindle the love with her family because she wasn't really close with them. So like two of her brothers were there and their families. It was really nice.
Wow.
It was, you would have seen a new Ciph.
What do you mean?
Like a family Ciph. I was bouncing around from table to table. You know what I'm saying? Being friendly.
Are you treated by your whole family, not your wife's family? Are you treated by your whole family like? Can you tell that you're like the celeb family member?
No. Wait, Puerto Rican side?
Yes.
This is not the Puerto Rican side. This is the Irish side.
Okay.
There was no Puerto Ricans there.
Let's get to that in a second. Wait, but the Irish side doesn't care?
They care, but they're older. My cousin, who I haven't seen in at least 18 years because I met her 18-year-old daughter for the first time. So I know 18 is
minimum.
Yeah. Her husband, cool dude. I was at their wedding, but I was little. Her husband was like, we were talking, and I could tell he was like kind of looking over and wanted to say something. So I made eye contact with him. I'm like, what up? He's like, so no, you're not going to go to Power 105? And I was like, that's your question?
So he like pays attention.
Yeah, I could tell he listened in the mornings.
And what about, but why no Puerto Rican family? You don't want them to steal the silverware?
Yeah. I'm not close to none of them. I think there's beef with them because
Did your sister come up?
my sister came up,
Okay.
my nephew, my mom, and then my mom's best friend Susie, who I've talked about many times. She passed away recently.
Her family?
So Derek, who's her husband, who's been in our lives forever, and her daughter, my cousin, but she's not really my cousin. She couldn't come; she was sick, but her daughter came. And she's like now 19. Like, it's crazy. But that's the closest to the Bronx side. But like my aunt and my cousins, like I don't know, they felt a certain kind of way. Especially they didn't come to my wedding.
Why not?
They said I said something on the radio or maybe made a Puerto Rican joke and she got tight. And then my mom was like, all right, well, fuck it. Then don't come. Like,
You don't remember what it was?
nah, this is a long time. My wedding was like 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't remember.
What could that have been?
Something, just a joke. Just a little. I
about your family?
I remember it being a light joke. Like nothing crazy. Like a light Puerto Rican family joke. And then my cousins, they're always mad at me. I'll tell you about my cousin once. He called me drunk.
Yeah.
I was like, your father, you think your father was sweet? He was in the streets. He was in the streets. And I was like, what the fuck do I care? He died when I was 3.
Why did he call and tell you that your father was in the streets?
I don't know. He was just drunk.
And by the way, didn't you assume your father was in the streets?
No, my father was like in the streets, like little hustles here and there, nothing crazy. And so what? Everybody's in the streets. I got a couple brown bags in my life.
You did?
Down. Yeah, you got to.
You got a brown bag?
You have to.
For what though? What
you gotten brown bags?
For what?
Like DJing or
Oh yeah, of course.
or hosting a mixtape.
I might even moved a little eighth. I might have been like, yo, you need something? I'm gonna get
No, I
2
don't
and I'm
do
gonna
that.
sell you 1.
Yeah, but always hosting a mixtape. Niggas come with these 20s and 5s and shit. And you're like, all right.
Yeah, no, you scared me out of doing most of that.
Why?
Because you just were told me to be very mindful.
Well, because you play new shit.
Right.
And they're going to want you to play the music.
So and now I don't make friends with anyone.
I'm not saying don't make
No,
friends.
no. If I like it,
Yeah.
yo, I had a meeting recently with some artists.
Artists?
Artists, yes, very much artists. And actually, perfect example of a brown bag. Without a brown bag, just a stack of cash.
Yeah.
I hosted an event. Here's some cash.
Yeah.
Yo, but they want to talk to you.
Right.
You've done that.
Yeah, of course.
They just want to talk to you. I sat down. I was like, listen, guys.
Before they spoke?
Yeah, I think they didn't because they didn't say anything.
Right.
That's how real it was. They were just like, I was like, guys, listen, really appreciate you having me out here.
Where was it?
I'd rather not say.
Okay.
And I said, really appreciate you having me out here. I had a great time. This thing's well put together, looks good, sounds good. Is not really my speed musically. This isn't typically what I play.
Yeah.
So I am happy to give you advice. If a song ever comes my way that is something I like, I might play it. Otherwise, there are other DJs I would recommend that might be more up your alley.
Right.
Here's Cipha Sound's phone number.
What?
I'm just kidding. But you get the idea. And I'm now very blunt. Like if I can tell it's not going to be a thing and they're definitely people I don't want on my bad side, I just keep it distant from the beginning.
Right.
Because what do I want to do? Have a situation where I'm getting phone calls I don't want to answer, and I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't believe I've survived this long. And now I'm almost out. I'm at the tail end right now. I'm Carlito, bro. I got my money stacked.
Careful, that's where it gets
sticky. Is when you're 1 foot out the door. I'm at ESPN. You stop paying attention as much. This is when I have to be ultra mindful to everyone because they don't realize that.
Right.
People don't realize like, oh, he's barely even.
Right.
He's handling his real age show. He's playing his music, but he's not as deep involved as he used to be.
Right.
You have to be mindful then.
Yeah, you definitely got to be careful.
So I
tell some dude hit me the other day in the street, and I was like, he's like, yo, I need you to hear this. I said, I don't play music anymore. I have nothing for you. I don't play music. I can't break music. I asked Drewski what the top 10 hits are. I load them in my computer. I play them. I can't help you. Yeah, but you know people. I know nobody. It was in front of the Cellar. I said, you want me to ask Todd Berry if he wants to play your shit?
Yes. Sure, the intro music to a comedy. Hey, did anyone happen to mention to you that it sounded like in our interview with the Source dude, like he took a shot at you?
Source dude.
Londell McMillan.
Source? What?
You know who that is?
No.
Londell McMillan from the Source.
No.
We did an interview with him.
When?
a few weeks ago. I think I referenced it last week on One App.
We did?
No, you weren't there.
Oh.
And
You did?
I did. Me and Ebro did. And
Right.
Laura.
Oh, is that the thing with Benzino?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how it came up. Right.
He took a shot towards me?
People asked me if it was.
What was it?
He was talking about how, obviously it's not, you don't even know who he is, so, but he was talking about, he was kind of trying to sun me a little bit, and because I was telling him that my ranking in their thing is always bullshit. It's just an out and out lie.
Yeah.
And which it is. And he was like explaining, he's like, yeah, but some people stand on a platform, and if they're not on that platform anymore, what they say doesn't mean anything. I'm like, all right, but we're talking about me right now. And I was being a dickhead and blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, well, there's some people who used to work here who came to me to try to help get them placed or blah, blah, blah. And people were hitting me up. I'm like, do you think he's taking a shot at Ciph? I was like, I said, I don't think I could see Ciph reaching out to Londell McMillan from The Source to ask for help getting a radio job. No, I did not think so.
Wait, what was to get a radio job?
That's what he made it sound like.
Oh, like after I left?
Yes.
I don't even know what that is.
So are you saying that you didn't call him and ask for help getting a job?
No.
Are you sure?
Londell McMillan?
Are you sure just because you don't know him, that means you didn't call and ask for help? Did you call any strangers?
No. Maybe someone who was attempting to be my agent? Well, why would he call the Source?
Why would he call? He wouldn't.
But there's a lot of people who left.
You're right. But I mean, people think about you. I'm sitting there, so I think people think about you.
No, I don't know. I like the show McMillan and Wife
That's not.
from back in the day with Rock Hudson and Susan Day-Lewis.
By the way, you should.
She's so fucking.
By the way, you should have my job on ESPN
Why?
because Michael K's TV references are
Yeah.
so old. Bro.
Really?
He's 54.
Yo, I saw you on TV, yo.
Yeah, you texted
You're
me.
You're on the main screen as you walk into Rock Nation. Because all they do is play.
Wait, that's so funny you just said that because
Yeah.
Rich Kleiman told me he was going to do that.
Oh, put you on the TV?
Yeah, because Rich had a point he wanted to be said related to one of his clients. He was like, yo, you need to make sure that if you can, you say,
Right.
let people know, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah, you're in that world.
Of course. So I was like, got you, no problem. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a conflict of interest. It wasn't anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, no problem. And I was like, you need to make sure I'm on in the Rock or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, I'm gonna put you on the big screen. I got you.
Yeah, that's funny.
And I mean, they're that's half of what they do now.
Yeah. Oh, and especially on that floor where the TV is.
Is there
That's the
volume?
sports floor.
Volume too?
I think the girl in the front keeps the volume down. Because she's like,
What's her name? Maybe if I shout her out.
Her name is Christine Vinces. Very nice girl.
All right, Christine.
Very nice girl.
I'm gonna shout out Christine. By the way, I just met a fan of ours named Ahmed, and he told me his girlfriend Jasmine hates that I say mage.
Ahmed and Jasmine.
Yeah.
Are they doing like an Aladdin in the hood?
Yes, exactly. How'd you know that? She said that she hates the word mage, so I just want to take this time and say, Ahmed, I want to say to your wife Jasmine, go fuck yourself.
Right.
I'm just kidding. But thanks for listening,
Doesn't
guys.
like mage.
So what do you think?
Mage sounds better than the way you write it.
I know. People when they say
Madge, yeah.
Madge.
Yeah.
Hey, so Miss Info's gone.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
I heard. Okay, so I had I want to start filming my improv shows again. I took a little time off because because I was broke. But
oh, yeah.
So I asked my friend Rasan, who works at High 97, that used to record it for me.
You talking about Scumbag?
Yeah, Bascumby. Oh, that's what you call him now?
Scumbag.
Scumbag.
Because I don't know if you ever seen him out at night. But he's a drunken scumbag.
Yes. So I asked him to come to shoot last Friday, and I said, yo, how's the station? And he said, oh, Miss Info left. I didn't realize he meant like that day or the day before. I was like, oh, I must have missed. She must have left recently. So she left.
Last week.
What happened?
Should we call her?
That's Mage.
Let's call her. See if she answers.
She never answers.
Her and I have become, Miss Info and I have gotten very chummy over the years. At first she's another person I drove insane.
Wait, what do you mean chubby?
Chubby.
Oh.
Chummy. By the way, did you see Angie introduce Obama?
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram.
I posted that too. That was pretty awesome. And I texted with her. It was the first time I texted with Angie in a long time.
It's Mage.
It is Mage. Come on, Minnie. Her baby's very cute.
Yeah.
Have you met the baby?
No.
You guys haven't had a baby meeting yet?
We were supposed to. Soon.
Yo, life is short and long.
Play dates are insane. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
The amount of effort that's going to a play date?
This is the concept. I can't even call it that. Play date.
Anyway, so Misinfo left. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not shocking.
What was the particulars?
I really don't know. I mean, it seemed like to me, at some point, she took time off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the order was in terms of they stopped having her do updates.
Right.
Which I complained about. Because I thought the updates, if you want to get into an argument about it from a radio standpoint, sure. It doesn't push the dial ratings-wise.
Right. But I thought it was a cool thing
it's cool
that we did that no one else ever
does.
heard. I never even heard of that. It was Ebro's idea?
Probably.
Something like, it was amazing. A great idea.
It's a great idea.
The way it was done.
So
it was annoying to her and the people who had to produce it, but it always sounded good.
Sounded good, and like it just made us credible. It made us sound different than every other station. Yeah. So when they took that away,
if you'd ever heard Hot 97, basically at the top of the hour, legally when you do broadcast radio, you have to announce the station, the city, and the frequency. And when we did that, there would also be like a 30-second news break with Misinfo, like hip hop news. Cool shit.
Which, by the way, is a thing that's done in radio, just never in music radio.
Right.
And Misinfo update. Let's see if there's one on YouTube. Like, certainly not about. Like, sometimes they do. Like,
she would do news stuff, like big local news stuff, or even national news stuff. But it was a lot of the time, like, hip hop news.
Nah.
Did you blokes get enough footage? I'm talking to the Englishman. Are you a fan of The Kingsman? The movie The Kingsman? Secret Society Kingsman? Oh, fuck you.
I'm going to call...
Fuck off. I'm Clive Owen.
I'm going to call Ebro real quick.
Why?
Because I think we should ask him about coming on the show. And let's ask him if he invented, in fact, the...
All right. I got to get to this Comedy Cellar last night.
All right. There's a story?
Oh. I mean, it was a mage... It's a mage move.
And if Ebro doesn't answer, we got to call someone else because now no one's answering our calls. And that'll look terrible. Look repug. Damn. It's quiet for us out here. Damn.
Your call has been forwarded.
Ciph, what's happening? Ciph?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Somebody's...
What? Tell us what's happening. That's so important that you completely faded out.
My assistant, her phone is not working, so she doesn't know where to meet me. She's on Wi-Fi now, but when she leaves, she won't be able to contact me. So I didn't see all this.
Let me tell you something about your assistant on Snapchat. It is boring.
Boring.
She literally just walks down the street. She's like, I'm walking down the street.
I don't look at any of that stuff.
You don't understand Snapchat.
I can't stand it.
By the way, I'm still trying to lock in our Hamilton one app.
I need that guy, man.
I really want him to come
last
in.
night.
All right, tell us right now.
Yeah. Last night, I'm at regular night at the Comedy Cellar.
Okay.
Regular night. 9:30 show. I've been doing a lot of the early shows lately. That means they fucking with me. You see what I'm saying? They fucking with me.
Okay. That's great.
Last night I walk in and there's an old bummy looking dude at the bar with a gray fucking beard. Weird fucking dude. I'm like, oh, hi, Jon Stewart.
Oh, yep. Saw him at wrestling the other day. I didn't talk to him. He was just sitting there with a weird fucking old beard.
His first joke when he comes on stage is like, who invited Jon Stewart's grandfather? But so Jon Stewart's there.
You said hi to him?
I said hi to him when I first met him there 2 weeks ago. So I'm trying to get a rapport with him. Cool dude. Very cool dude. So he was up the show before when I got there. They said the crowd was eh. So he said he's going to do the show I'm on. So I bring up two comedians and I bring up Jon Stewart. Crowd goes fucking nuts.
They don't know.
These are walk-ins, like surprises, pop-ups. The crowd goes fucking nuts. And the crowd was really good.
And what'd you say for your intro?
Fuck. I don't remember. I said something like, you guys are being an excellent crowd. I got a gift for you. Something like that. Sometimes I say stuff like that.
But you didn't say something like, he's actually out of a job right now.
No. Well, the show was running late, so I had to just keep it
quick.
Yeah. So I brought him up. They go fucking nuts. So then I go back upstairs and the manager's like, Amy's coming by. We don't know what time yet, but she's coming by. She's on SNL this weekend. She wants to run her set. So I was like, oh, cool, great. And it's already a good show. The comedian's on there. Hannibal walks in. Hannibal's there. He was on the show. Great. And then
so he gets on too, after on tour.
Yeah, he was on. Then
so this random crowd that's there is just getting, this is now.
Yeah, it's amazing. Then Louis walks in.
Come on.
Louis walks in. No, Louis was there. Wait.
Come on, dude.
Louis was there the day before with Steve Buscemi. Fucking, and I wanted to go up to Steve Buscemi because we did the scene in the Gaffigan show together.
Right.
We were talking that day, and if I brought that up, he would remember me.
Right.
Because I was teaching him something. I was like, yo, let's take a pic. And he's like, what's a pic? And I'm like, a picture. And he's like, I don't know how to use that shit. So he would remember that, I think. Anyway,
by the way, he listened to my my NPR story.
Yeah. Who told you that?
He did.
Where?
I met him. He was on some random thing. We were on the same show.
Right, yeah, you told me that.
And he told me that.
New York, he's in New York. You can tell he's a New York guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Louis walks in. So then they're like trying to figure out, like now the show is mad.
Has Amy walked in yet?
No. But talking, Louis is going to go on. The guy, Louis is about to bump somebody, and he's like, who's on next? I'm like, my boy Ryan Hamilton. He's like, all right, forget it. I'm not going to go. I don't want to bump him. And then Ryan's like, no, go ahead. But really, he's probably like, oh, fuck, I'm about to get bumped. But you can't, it's life. So Louis like, I don't know, let me think about it. And then everything's quiet. We're all watching the show. And he goes, all right, I'm going to go up. I'm like, Louis, I already knew you were going to go up. I knew you were going to fuck
How's your rapport with him at this point? Still not there.
I mean, yeah, it's cool.
But he doesn't know who you are. Does he know who you are?
He knows I'm the host at the Cellar.
Okay.
He doesn't know anything about Cipha Sounds.
But he knows you're the host of the Cellar.
Yeah. He was with us all weekend. He did every show, the Cellar and the Cellar around the corner, the Village Underground.
So you saw him a lot.
Yeah, I brought him up 3 times last weekend. You know what I'm saying? But still, it's whatever. You got to earn their respect. It's crazy. It's worse than rap, yo. It's worse than the rap game.
But you get to be in the room with them, but you just feel like a peon.
Okay, but there's a one point. So then Amy walks in. So then it's like, oh, fuck, who's going to go next? We're already super late. Doesn't matter. So Louis like, no, let Amy go because she has to run her SNL. It's important. So, all right, so Amy's going to go next. So I go on stage and I go, all right, I'm going to bring up another, what did I say for her? Fuck. I don't even remember what I said, but I brought her up. The crowd goes fucking nuts.
I mean, she's literally on flames, on fire.
Yeah, fuego.
The biggest comedian in the world.
And she has her special coming out from the Apollo.
Yes.
Which she was already on fuego from the show, Emmy, movie, now a special coming out on HBO. So they go fucking nuts. So the show's running late, so they're like, so I like, oh, Louis, you still gonna go up? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go up.
So and what time are we right now?
The next show starts at 11:30. We're like at 11:45 right now.
Okay.
Some shit like that. So I'm like, I go on stage, and this time I go, oh no. So I just bring them up. I'm like, yo, ladies and gentlemen, yo, you guys are acting. Yo, it's hard to get a good crowd like this. You guys are really good. You know what? Imagine if something crazy happened, like Louis C.K. walked in, and he walks in and they fucking stand up, cheering, clapping.
Bigger pop than Amy?
They were all big pops. I don't know if it was bigger.
Okay.
They were all big.
All right.
If you're in the Cellar, Louis probably gets the biggest pop.
Yeah.
Other than Chris Rock or Chappelle. So then I go on stage and I'm like, fuck, what a night. I told my wife I'd be home at 10:30. This is crazy. He's fucking, oh, that's what I said for Louis. I go, this show's crazy. I told my wife I'd be home at 11:30. These fucking comedians keep popping up like Louis C.K. And then that's when he walked out. Then at the end I go, all right, show's over, guys. Unless you want to see Dave Chappelle. Yo, standing O. And I'm like, just kidding, guys. Get the fuck out.
You did that joke again? It worked again?
Always worked. That's the first time I ever did it there. But it always works. It's the fucking best.
They went crazy.
Nuts.
And now it's believable. Now if you said fucking the Queen of England's coming out, it's believable.
Right, because there's been a Summer Jam night.
Now it's anything's happening.
Guess. And the thing is, like, everyone that goes to the Cellar, I mean, unless you're just random out of towner and you're like, oh, let's go check out a comedy club, and you happen to get a reservation. But most people are there like, I hope Louis shows up. I hope Chappelle shows up. You know what I'm saying? It's like a gamble. And
I guess half the people are travelers who are comedy fans who know the Comedy Cellar.
And some people think Louis C.K. owns the Cellar because of the intro to his TV show. He walks into the Cellar.
Right.
So it's like, I wonder if he's going to show. And people always ask, like, is Louis coming? I'm like, we never know. We never know. It's fucking great. But then and then, you know Jermaine Fowler?
No, that's familiar.
He's on Friends of the People, black comedian, dreads, real funny dude.
Okay.
So he's sitting at the table, Hannibal, Louis, Jon Stewart, the owner, Amy for a while, and then some other comedians. And I still just fucking feel like an outsider, yo.
How could you not?
I just stand to the side, yo. But there's some people that are not huge there. Just fucking feel like an outsider, man.
You got, but yeah, that's a very tough line.
Yeah.
Of you knowing your place and being appropriate, and also, I'm gonna let these people know what time
I
it is.
asked Neil Brennan, like, yo, about the Cellar, yo, why they don't, really fuck with me like that? Like, he's like, yo, you didn't come up with them, yo. You didn't come up with them. He's like, you're fucking brand new. You didn't come up with them.
So you'll have to be in there. But the thing is, I mean, let's be realistic. You might be hosting there for years before it's a thing.
No.
30, 40 years.
Maybe. I mean, maybe, but probably not.
But why not 5 years? It still only puts you in your early 40s, but 5 years for comedy isn't even old.
No, but if I don't get a TV show or something.
Oh, right. If you don't find something else. But just from this comedy standpoint. But what if you get a TV show that still isn't related directly to you doing stand-up? You're not going to be handed a TV show of like, I'm a stand-up guy.
No, you get a TV show. It goes directly. No matter what the show is, you can turn it into stand-up.
So it becomes more appropriate already instantly.
Right. And it's like, okay, you get a TV show. What do you do with it? You go to club appearances, which like a lot of black shows do, like people from Empire and Power, right? Or you become a fake celebrity DJ, which is
you already have that.
Right. So you become a fake celebrity DJ, or because once you're hot, people want to book you for whatever. What do you want to do? You stand up, cool. Then you'll go into the stand up world. But you just got to get hot.
Well, for now, how's your rapport with Amy?
That's the thing. I knew Amy before. Not great. It's cool. She's nice to me. Very nice. They're all nice to me. But it's just still not like, hey, Ciph, what's up? Louis!
There's a lot of jokes you could make just about that whole situation.
On stage?
Yeah. No? You think that's weird? To be like, I'm the new guy here, the legends that are in this building, and you kind of know that they all have to be nice to you because you're the Spanish guy? They can't treat you like shit. You'll call racist in a second. Fucking Amy Schumer.
That's funny.
That's what I'm saying.
That is funny.
Like, you could kind of overstep your boundaries, and they might not even tell you to fuck yourself because you're not white. Because they're all raging liberals.
Yeah, there's
all of them.
Spanish comedians, yo. There's none.
Fluffy.
There's a couple, West Coast. There's some in New York, but not at the Cellar, and not no mainstream ones.
Yeah, so none of the comedians you know from your part of the world fuck with the Cellar, are in that world?
A little bit. Mike Yard is, but Mike Yard's on the nightly show now. Will Sylvans.
Will can make it down there?
He's on there, yeah. He's on there. He hosts other shows. He does sets too. There's a kid named Derek Gaines, who just passed recently. He's on
passed away?
No, he passed means you audition and you get passed to perform there.
Oh.
You have to audition and get passed.
When you for future reference, when you say there's so-and-so, he just passed.
Derek Gaines died.
In hip hop, that means passed away.
No, he got passed at the Cellar. So he's like a young dude, and he's like on some show called Broke Ass Game Show on MTV.
Okay, yeah.
He's funny. And there's another, but him I know from the other world. Other than that,
you know what's funny? I can identify in a certain sense, even though it's very similar, even though I don't aspire to being in the ring, to my relationships in the wrestling world.
Yeah.
Like, I know some people really well.
Right.
They know exactly who I am. Some of them I'm personal friends with. Yep. Some just know what I do and know that I'm someone of note.
Right.
And then, like, there'll be a new wrestler who gets popping. Like, there's this new chick who's awesome named Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
I saw her MVP tweeting with her.
Right.
And I was like, I should tweet her. Maybe she knows who I am.
Right.
Everyone knows me. My podcast is popping.
Yeah.
I know all the wrestlers. And, like, she favorited my tweet, but, like, she didn't send me a message. And I was, like, trying to be like, yo, you should come by, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Like, she doesn't know who the fuck I am.
Right.
And I walked this constant line of, like, John Cena knows who I am.
Yeah.
But this next person don't know who the fuck I am.
Does John Cena get excited when he sees you?
Yes. John Cena gets excited when John Cena, I'm one step past where you are with John Cena.
Okay.
In terms of when I see him, we could definitely have a
backstage somewhere.
Yeah, we'd have a good chat.
Right.
And now it's even better because his agent is ICM.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say a fucking Jew.
Full circle. But then some of them, it's like hi,
right.
awkward.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, then the new ones who should know me the best because I can actually help them out.
Right.
Don't know who the fuck I am because they're not even in the world. They haven't even been around.
Right. Where do they come from? What's their underground?
Well, these days they come from a thing called NXT, which is WWE so fucking smart that they basically created their own underground and make money off of it, and it's awesome. And they make it actually. It would be like if Def Jam at its height bought Raucous, operated it, and let it completely be like
Raucous.
what it is. Yes, that's what they do. And
NXT. So WWE owns it.
Yes.
But they don't fuck with it.
No, they do. It's theirs, but they let it be indie feeling.
That's
and
what
awesome.
I'm saying. They don't destroy the indie feeling of it.
They probably will eventually, but they're not right now. The only thing
did it exist before they bought it?
Yes. Well, no. They had we got to wrap in a second. They had a thing called Florida Championship Wrestling, which is the basis of what NXT is now, but it was just like a shitty small thing that no one cared about.
Yeah.
They saw that people were interested in this whole indie world, and they were like, yo, why don't we take our little developmental thing, and instead of just letting it be some shitty developmental thing, let's make it like an awesome independent league.
Right.
And that's what they did. And so now that's where all the new stars are coming from.
Right.
Is from
you gotta
that.
go there.
So I know all the established WWE stars, but some of those new people who come up, I don't always know them. But some of them, but you met one.
Who?
Enzo Amore.
Oh, he's one of those guys.
Yeah, let's call him. Someone's going to answer a fucking call today. Last try. Let's call Enzo. Oh, they have a huge show tonight, too. They have a big show tonight. I'm going to see if Enzo's going to answer. And that way, Ciph, I can ask him, can he tell all the wrestlers who I am so I don't have this awkward situation anymore? Well, I was with Enzo backstage at a show recently, and another wrestler was there. And Bronson was there, too. And the guy wasn't even paying attention to Bronson. He was like, holy shit, you're Peter Rosenberg.
Oh, wow, that's great.
No, you know what? New Yorkers. Young New Yorkers.
Your call is
Oh!
Damn. You got curbed.
20.
Leave him a voicemail. Hold on, let me.
6 4.
Oh, no, he's calling the other line. There we go. Okay. Yo, Enzo Amore.
What's up, babe?
Yo, it's
How you doing?
It's Rosenberg and Cipha Sounds calling you from the Juan Epstein podcast.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? By the way, we've called multiple.
Yo, Cipha, how about I seen Cipha at the 7-Eleven?
Yeah, do you want to talk about that experience? What was Cipha doing when you saw him at the 7-Eleven?
Standing around like a stony jabroni, I think.
He always looks like a stone.
I never. Not stoned.
Always looks stoned, never is stoned. Now, listen, I have two things.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. I seen him in, what was it?
Drewski.
They were at the 7-Eleven. I think they were just copping some waters, bro, some smart waters, getting ready to tear it down at a local club they were spinning that night.
Yeah.
And I just happened to be going to see
Straight out of
Flick
Compton.
with my man. I was actually meeting up with Spiff from he's the A&R in Maybach. He was
Of course.
right over there where they were by the 7-Eleven. And we were going to see I think it was
Straight out of Compton.
Fury or something.
He says Cipha says straight to Compton.
That's right, dude. Straight out of Compton. That's what I was going to see.
Now, real quick, where are you right now? Don't you have your big show tonight?
Yeah, I'm not booked for tonight. We have a TV taping tomorrow that I'll be on, but we had a tough loss. Me and Big Cass lost to Finn Balor and Samoa Joe in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
Oh, so now you don't get to appear on the fake pay-per-view.
I mean, if we would have won, we would have, but it was a tough loss. Samoa Joe's he's a vet. He's been doing it forever, and the other guy's got the title around his waist. So they ain't no chumps. So
how often are you back in filthy Repug, New Jersey?
What's that?
How often are you back in filthy, repugnant New Jersey?
there's nothing wrong with dirty jerseys.
Never.
If it wasn't for growing up in dirty jerseys, I wouldn't be who I am today, man. But I'm not there too often, to be honest with you. You know, we're out here in Orlando quite a bit. We're based out of Orlando and whatnot. So
all right. So listen. So Enzo. So here's how you came up. I have a very important favor to ask you. Okay.
Yes.
This is of critical importance. So me and Ciph were talking about how in the comedy world, you know, he's around all these amazing, huge comedians. Last night he was around Louis and Amy Schumer and all these guys because he's hosting at the Cellar. And like some of them know who he is, but some don't, and it's kind of awkward. And I was like, dude, that's just like me in wrestling, where like sometimes I know the biggest people and other people know me well, but then other people have no clue. So I realized I need Enzo to be the liaison who makes sure that everyone in the NXT world, as they come up, knows the fuck I am.
Bro, late night with Rosenberg, bro. I was sitting at the Hooters parking lot in Hackensack, New Jersey when I was a manager and listening to you spin back in the day, like 2 a.m., getting off shifts. We come full circle, you know what I mean?
Yo, listen, did you ever have any fun experiences in your car in the parking lot while you were listening to Real Late?
No, man, it was just downtime, honestly. It was what could I do to get out of work for a split second, go outside, you know what I mean?
All right.
I used to run the bar over there at Hackensack called Firewaters. So I was the manager of the bar and the Hooters, and we'd literally be there till 2 a.m., you know, doors stay open till 3 a.m. because we had the grandfather law up there in Jersey, and we got grandfathered in, so we had that extra hour, so people would come, and I'd have nothing to do with my time because the bartenders, you know, they handle all the drinks being poured out, and I'm just supervising nothing. So I would just go outside and listen to Late Night with Rosenberg, take a cigarette break. You know what I mean?
This is my kind of guy. All right, well, listen, I don't want to bother you because we got to set up a real official interview. I don't want to get you in trouble. So sometime soon we'll set up a real interview. And if anyone asks, like yesterday, I tweeted at Sasha Banks, and I'm like, yo, you need to come by Hot 97. And she didn't reply to me. I'm like, Sasha Banks has no idea who the fuck I am. So I got to spread my own PR within this company. So this is why I reached out to you. So I just want you to, you know, maybe wear a shirt, you know, a Real Late with Rosenberg shirt next time you go to the ring or something of that nature. And
send me one, bro. Send me one.
I know. I'll send you a Juan Ep shirt. I don't actually even have a fucking Real Late shirt. We'll get you a Juan Ep shirt.
Problem?
I know. I'm
Sasha Banks is hot.
Oh, you're just looking up Sasha Banks right now. Yeah, you like her side?
Dude, Sasha Banks will be tearing it up in the main event tonight.
Yeah, big night. Her and Bailey tonight. They're going to kill it. All right, buddy. We'll talk soon. I just wanted to reach out and bother you.
I appreciate you, dude.
Enzo Amore. Thank you, bud. Jersey's finest. Ciph, one person answered our calls.
Thank you, Enzo.
So, by the way.
This bitch don't want me.
No, Sasha, she ain't fucking with you. Look up this other chick. I was out the other night doing wrestling stuff, and she came out. Never met her in my life. And she walked in, I was like, well, hello, how are you?
What's her name?
Her name is Mandy Leon.
Love it.
M-A-N, Mandy, Leon.
Ooh. Hello.
You know the experience, Ciph, when you meet someone for the first time and you just want to be, like, I just don't like to be a douchebag, but they're, like, so overtly hot that it's like, how do we even talk around your hotness?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying at all?
And then it's a whole nother podcast. But then you try to be like not every other guy.
And be overly regular.
And then she's like, this guy's a fucking fuckface.
All right. So we'll see everyone this Saturday in Atlanta. If you're in the Atlanta area.
Yeah.
I have not gotten enough tweets from our people down there. Kind of worries me. Maybe no one in Atlanta fucks with us, man. We're going to be at a place called the Loudermilk Center, 40 Cortlandt Street, Northeast, Atlanta, Georgia. The Loudermilk Center, okay? Saturday, October 10th, 12:30, De La Soul. Saturday, October 10th, 3:30, Rakim. It goes down this Saturday, A3C, Atlanta, okay? Hope everyone's been complaining. So not everyone. I got a bunch of complaints. People being like, the podcast is falling off. It doesn't even make sense because we're more on it now than ever. But I guess you've never heard of some of the rappers we have because you're fucking pencil dick idiots. But I said, hey, you know what I'm going to do? We'll just Ciph and Rosenberg one-on-one to appease those morons. Mm-hmm. And then next week, we're going to come back with someone big.
Mage?
Pretty Mage. Someone who was talked about on last week's podcast.
Right. Oh, the one that we were supposed to get?
Yeah, we're going to have this week and the schedule didn't work out. Yeah. So we're going to have her next week. And then I'm going to...
Aha!
Her. And then I'm going to lock in an Ebro one soon.
Okay.
So I think that'll be interesting.
I gotta book some.
You don't book any, please.
I'll be forgetting.
Thanks. All right, that's it. Good night.
Yeah, fuck off.
No, it's a good ending.